Give me your three best teams in the East right now.
Well, at number 3, I'm going to have Michigan State. Impressed with this victory over Notre Dame. That defense looked much better than I thought they would, and holding this attack to 57 yards. I thought that was extremely impressive with a guy like Deshaun Kaiser playing quarterback. At number 2, I have Michigan. Impressed with what I've seen from this team all year long. The only area of concern would be that rushing attack. Even against Colorado, you take away the 42-yard run by Smith in that game, and the numbers, the average still hasn't been great, but they've been great in so many other ways. And at number 1, still sticking with the Buckeyes, Ohio State, very impressive on the road, very young team, least experienced team in the nation this season with only 6 returning starters, but a very poised performance, sound performance on both sides of the ball, and most importantly, I think they're going to have a lot of things that they can go in and correct and get even better. The fact that you won a game when you know you didn't play your best is a tremendous boost for a very young team like this.
Ray, your turn for the power rankings. 3, 2, and 1 for the teams out west.
I'm going to go Iowa at number 3 because, listen, I know they lost to North Dakota State, but I still think that they are a powerhouse in the Big Ten and the West Side. I mean, they'll get back. They'll get that offensive line fixed. They'll protect C.J. Beathard. They'll start running the rock again and play strong defense. So Iowa's my number 3. Then I'm going with Nebraska. Yes, I think Tommy Armstrong is on the verge of being fantastic, and he'll be out there. I mean, if they could run the football and catch the football like they're doing, and this is probably 1 and 1A because Nebraska beat Oregon. I put Wisconsin at number 1 because they beat LSU. But, you know, with this dual quarterback in, quarterback out, I'm not so sure that doesn't hurt the team. I mean, granted, for defensive coordinators, it's hard enough to prepare for 1 quarterback. Now you have to prepare for 2. One's a lefty, one's a righty. So, again, with all this stuff going on, this is like a 1 and 1A. Nebraska and Wisconsin at the top of the list.
You agree with that there, Robert?
Well, the reason that I'm concerned is because Iowa, year in and year out in the West, has kind of been like Michigan State has been over the last 10 years. Everybody talks about what they're not going to be able to do. Yes, they lost to a very good North Dakota State team over the weekend, but when I look at these other teams, I look at Wisconsin and I look at Nebraska in particular, who I'm not convinced, as soundly as Tommy Armstrong has played this season, and the fact that he hasn't been turning over the ball as much, I'm not convinced that either one of those teams is as consistent as Iowa is. And I say that, obviously, knowing full well that they weren't great last weekend.
Yeah, what's fascinating, too, is that national perception coming into the year was your good teams are in the East. But when Wisconsin beats LSU and Nebraska beats Oregon, all of a sudden that has a lot of heft to your top teams out there in the West.